Hey, Cheryl, get your fat ass over here before I dump you.
He's so bossy. I love it. Well, it was great seeing you, Glenn.
A man walked onto the local news, confessed that he had ordered his brewery to stamp its beer cans out of toxic metal because it saved him money, and walked away from it without a single consequence.
We're supposed to have dinner with Judge Maynard and Timmy.
Yeah, okay, as soon as I finish this level.
No, get your coat on.
This is part 2. More times, a Family Guy side character did something the show examined for about a minute and then dropped entirely. Let's continue the show. Season 9, Episode 14, Tigers for Two, is the one where Quagmire teaches a class. Brian meets a woman named Denise. The date collapses.
I'm drinking because I'm sad. Because I'm never gonna meet the right woman. Because I'm gonna die old and alone.
And Peter's advice is that if you want to learn how this works, you ask the man who does nothing else. Brian signs up for Quagmire's class.
What are you doing here?
I'm in your class.
What? No way, I don't want you in here.
Too bad. Here's my class receipt. Now teach me how to find love.
That's the first thing worth stopping on, because Quagmire runs an actual course, with enrollment and credits and paperwork. When Quagmire tries to throw him out, Brian produces a signed class credit, and Quagmire has to let him stay because the forms are in order. Lesson 1 is that women want men who treat them badly, and Quagmire backs the claim with a statistic about himself. The number is 60, since the previous night. The class relocates to a bar for practical work, where Brian succeeds with a woman called Bettina.
Hey, will you sign this form that says I hit on you?
Sassy! You got me sweating above and below my ass. Let's go, lover!
Comes home in an entirely new outfit and heads straight back to Denise.
I'm gonna try out what I've learned on Denise.
Well, good luck.
One look at the new Brian, and Denise ends it. Brian storms over to Quagmire and blames him for wrecking his life.
I came here because I wanted to get Denise back, and instead you ruined my life!
This course is in getting laid, not finding love.
So what's the point?
And Quagmire's answer is the most reasonable thing anybody says in this episode. The course was about getting somebody into bed, and it was never about finding the right person. People only find the right person when they're actually ready for it, he adds, and possibly not even then. He's completely correct. The show hands that line to Quagmire and then spends the rest of the episode establishing why he had to learn it, because Quagmire immediately admits he's still in love with Cheryl Tiegs.
I still remember the day we met.
She dated him in the early 80s, left him over his jealousy, and he has been the way he is ever since.
You shouldn't have tried these tricks on Denise, Brian. But if you ask me, she got lucky. Because now she's dodged the bullet of being in a relationship with a loser like you.
3 seasons earlier, in Season 8, Episode 7, Jerome is the New Black, that name surfaced as the only woman Quagmire ever really loved.
Cheryl, what are you doing here?
Well, you know, it's been so many years, and I was in the neighborhood, and I thought I'd just drop by and say hi.
This is the episode that cashes it. Brian takes Cheryl Tiegs out to dinner, purely to hurt him. Quagmire finds them there and, rather than making a scene, offers to buy them both dinner.
Listen, Brian, I've been a real heel, and I'd like to make it up to you.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you, but there's no need.
Because he has brought a date of his own. The date is Jillian.
Jillian?
Hi, Brian. How are you?
Oh, he's doing great.
The obvious read is that Quagmire went after Jillian because she's Brian's ex, and that's the surface joke. Brian works out the actual reason at the table, and it's worse. Quagmire picked Jillian because she isn't quick enough to notice what's being done to her, and the Brian connection was a bonus.
But then he started saying things to me that my father might say if he were still alive, and I knew I liked him.
The qualification was that she wouldn't catch on. What follows is the two of them listing each other's faults in front of both women until it turns into a real fight, during which Brian bites him and Cheryl and Jillian both leave.
Maybe you boys will get it together someday, but it looks like that's all you are. Boys.
Yeah, boy.
Cheryl, wait!
Jillian!
Outside, they cool off. Quagmire admits he only picked up Jillian to get at Brian. Brian admits Cheryl was never going to work, and Brian calls the feud over, saying it took them stealing each other's girlfriends to get there. Quagmire agrees. Brian asks for a lift home, and Quagmire smiles and gestures at the passenger door. Peter, meanwhile, has spent the episode at war with his dry cleaner over a missing shirt.
Listen, Washy, that's my shirt and I ain't leaving here without it.
That know your shirt.
Oh, yeah? Okay, it's not my shirt.
A plot that ends with Peter in a police station and Brian coming to collect him. The shirt is never found, and nobody mentions it again.
Come on, Peter, I'm here to take you home.
I don't know, Brian. This is the only world I know anymore.
2 episodes later, the show produces its best villain, and he doesn't even live in Quahog. Season 9, Episode 16, The Big Bang Theory, is the one where somebody chooses to end the universe. It opens with an insult. Brian gets one over on Stewie, Stewie's comeback lands flat, and Brian and Chris both laugh at him for it.
Well, if it were you would take the magazine and you'd put it on the floor and pee on it because you're a dog and you're stupid.
Which sends Stewie back in time to deliver a better one. The better line works, and because it works, he keeps going.
Why didn't I think of this before? Now I can always have the last word. Like that ground control guy during the moon landing.
Back he goes to Season 4, Episode 16, The Courtship of Stewie's Father, where he steals Brian's banana suit before Brian can put it on and performs the song to Peter himself. That's a Family Guy episode reaching back to rewrite one of its own scenes from 5 seasons earlier, and it's the best thing in the first act.
But that was my thing.
I'm pretty sure it was the internet's thing. Peanut butter jelly! Peanut butter jelly! Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat!
Brian eventually catches him at it. They fight over the controls, and the machine throws them clean outside the space-time continuum, where physics doesn't work and the return pad can't reach them.
What happened? Where are we?
I don't know.
It's like we're not anywhere. Stewie, what the did your machine do?
Stewie could overload the pad and blast them out, but he doesn't want to, and Brian talks him into it by dangling a joke he'll otherwise never hear.
Oh, yes!
What is it?
They make it home, and when Stewie looks into what that explosion actually was, the answer is that he caused the Big Bang.
What does that mean?
It means my return pad's explosion was the Big Bang.
He created the universe. Brian would like some credit for this, and Stewie describes him as the Garfunkel of the creation of everything.
Well, I'm off to the farmer's market. I've got to pick up some plutonium for a new return pad, in case I decide to make another universe later.
Stewie goes out to buy plutonium, and Bertram sees him do it.
So, Stewie Griffin invented a time machine.
That night, Bertram breaks into the house. Stewie wakes up, Bertram hands him a toy lawnmower to look at, and while Stewie is busy looking at it, Bertram walks off with the time machine.
What the hell is all that noise?
Brian, it was Bertram. He's gone into the past, and he claims he's going to...
Ah! Stewie, what's going on?
Reality starts coming apart. Things blink out of existence. Brian and Stewie shelter inside the machine to avoid going with them, and Stewie works out what it means, which is that Bertram has gone back to kill one of his ancestors.
Well, we have to stop him.
Yes. Unfortunately, Bertram took the return pad with him.
They follow him to 15 minutes before he lands, and the ancestor turns out to be Leonardo da Vinci.
That must be Leonardo da Vinci. Stewie, he looks just like you.
Da Vinci must be my ancestor.
Stewie even does the maths out loud since he and Bertram share a father but not a mother, so Da Vinci has to be on the Pewterschmidt side, or Bertram would be erasing himself too.
Bertram had to go back enough generations to make sure he was snuffing out the ancestral source of my genius without affecting his own.
Bertram arrives and throws a knife at Da Vinci. Stewie blocks it, tries to kill Bertram, gets hit first, and watches him escape on Da Vinci's flying machine. So Stewie takes another one of the machines and goes after him. Here's the part that puts Bertram on this list. Stewie tells him in plain terms that killing Da Vinci destroys the entire universe, everything, him included.
Yeah, no, I got the metaphor, but Bertram, if you erase me, you'll destroy the universe!
Bertram picks up a crossbow and does it anyway. He isn't tricked, and he isn't confused about the stakes. Told that the universe ends, he decides that's an acceptable price for Stewie not existing, which is a baby with a grudge choosing total annihilation over losing an argument. They fight. Bertram gets on top, and Stewie reaches the crossbow first and shoots him twice. That's the end of Bertram, third appearance, and he stays dead.
But why hasn't the universe ceased to exist?
I don't know. Unless there's still a chance of me being born.
Brian starts mourning the universe and then notices the universe is still here. Because Stewie has worked out that, with Da Vinci gone, he has to be his own ancestor. He sends Brian back to the present, and a letter turns up from the Vatican explaining where to dig.
What is it?
The Vatican has been holding this note for you for about 500 years. It was left to us by Leonardo da Vinci himself.
Brian digs Stewie out of a cryogenic tube under the house and thaws him. Stewie explains how he handled the ancestry problem, and it involved a syringe, his own DNA, and Da Vinci's girlfriend more than once. He also brought Brian a souvenir from Da Vinci's workshop, and it's a candle. Brian would have preferred one of the notebooks. Season 10, Episode 15, Burning Down the Bayit, is the one where Mort Goldman proposes arson. Peter runs over one of Brian's buried bones with the lawnmower and injures Quagmire doing it.
Holy crap, Quagmire, you all right?
No, I'm not all right. My head's gushing blood, you idiot!
Which sends the two of them to Goldman's pharmacy for antibiotics, where they find Mort in real trouble. The business is going under. The reason it's going under is the best continuity in this whole video. Mort can't keep the pharmacy afloat because Muriel is dead, and Muriel was the one who could overcharge customers properly. Mort never had the knack for it. She did.
Now, if you want to get more customers in your pharmacy, you're going to have to do a promotion, like buy one, get one free.
What?
Buy one, get one free.
Huh?
Diane Simmons murdered Muriel in Season 9, Episode 1, and then there were fewer, and 2 seasons later the show is still paying that off. If you watched Part 1, this is the direct sequel to how that ended. Peter and Quagmire try to help. Their first idea is speeding up the prescription line, which they cannot keep pace with, so they start consuming the backlog to clear it, and that goes about as well as it sounds.
I got a wicked boner.
Other attempts land just as badly, at one point involving a bus of teenagers.
Goldman's Pharmacy. Now that could be a good place to get new shoes for my dog.
Mort then mentions out loud that his cousin's business burned down once and left him a very healthy settlement. That's the beat. Not Peter, not Quagmire. The pharmacist raises the arson.
Well, that doesn't totally surprise me. A friend of mine staying in my house got, injured.
Quagmire has reservations, says so, and helps them do it anyway. The pharmacy burns. The insurance pays out, and Joe starts coming around.
I don't like Joe sticking his nose into this. Maybe this was all a big mistake.
You're damn right it was. Why did I ever agree to do this? This isn't who I am.
Quagmire is visibly falling apart from about the second scene onward. Joe keeps turning up more often than 3 men who just committed a felony would like. He finds things at the fire scene that don't add up, and the 3 of them end up working full-time on distracting a police officer who is also their closest friend, Mort.
Aren't you gonna run?
I would, but I don't want my gym teacher to laugh at me. He's been following me around since junior high.
Watch this. Watch this Jewish kid run.
For his part, sits through a claims investigator interview without any difficulty at all. What gets them is Peter's phone. Peter pocket dials Joe and leaves a voicemail describing the arson in detail and naming everybody involved, and Joe arrests all 3 of them.
Come on, Joe, you're really gonna put us away?
You think I want to do this?
Mort briefly threatens to make a run for it, then decides against it, because his old gym teacher is standing right there waiting to enjoy watching him try. At the station, the 3 of them make their case, which is that insurance companies cheat people constantly and deserve it. And Joe tells them about the time an insurer refused to cover a surgical procedure after the accident that put him in the chair.
Those sons of made it about money.
Yeah, Joe. So what do you say?
They didn't care about you. Why should you care about them?
It's the only thing in the episode played completely straight. Joe lets them go anyway with no charges.
Too late, buttface. Have a great summer, Joe.
3 men burned down a building, defrauded an insurer, got caught on tape confessing, and walked because the arresting officer decided he saw their point. Peter explains to Lois afterward how he managed to avoid jail, and his explanation is not about the law. The next one is the shortest thing across both videos, and it's short on purpose.
Well, did you guys learn your lesson about eating uncooked antelope?
Season 11, Episode 13, Criss Cross, is the one where a 14-year-old goes missing for days and no adult in Quahog notices. Chris gets mocked at school over his off-brand sneakers, asks Lois for money for new ones, and gets turned down, so he takes it out of her purse while she and Peter are out of the house.
Geez, it's so weird that Mom and Dad would leave the house without their purse and wallet. I wonder where they are.
Meg sees him do it. What she wants in exchange for keeping quiet starts out as chores, and it does not stay as chores.
Okay, I'll do whatever you want.
I thought you'd see it that way. Here's a list of stuff I need you to do for me. Shouldn't have taken that money, Chris.
Chris goes along with it for a while before working out that Meg is never going to run out of requests, so he packs up and leaves.
Where you going, Chris? Wait, who are you gonna turn to? You don't even have any friends!
Of every door on Spooner Street, the one he knocks on is Herbert's.
I ran away from home. Do you mind if I live with you?
Herbert has been waiting for that knock since Season 3, Episode 12, To Love and Die in Dixie, which is 10 seasons, and he takes Chris in immediately.
Mr. Herbert, it's 6 o'clock. I'm not really tired yet.
Well, you had those 3 cups of NyQuil. You'll be down soon enough.
What the episode does next is genuinely strange, because it plays the week as a domestic sitcom. Herbert is disappointed. Not caught, not confronted, not stopped by anybody, just disappointed.
Geez, I'm sorry. Well, can we watch Lost Boys? I've heard of that one.
Those are different Lost Boys.
Because it turns out that a teenage boy leaves a mess and won't get ready on time.
We're supposed to have dinner with Judge Maynard and Timmy.
Yeah, okay.
That's the complaint the writers hand him, and Herbert throws Chris out over housekeeping. Chris comes out onto the street and finds Meg, who has been looking for him. She apologizes. They agree they need each other to survive that family.
I'll never do anything like that again. You think you can ever forgive me?
Yeah, I forgive you.
And that's about the warmest thing either of them gets all season. Herbert watches the two of them from his car, then drives off to cry to his friends about it. That's the ending.
We broke up!
Peter and Lois never learn their son was gone, and nobody in Quahog asks a 14-year-old where he spent the week. The show found the funny part in Herbert being let down by the tidiness, and never once treated the rest of it as a situation anybody should do something about. The other half of that episode has Stewie and Brian falling out over the meaning of an Anne Murray song and then taking her hostage, and that half is better.
Well, I hope that helps.
It does. Thank you so much, Miss Murray. This has been terrific.
4 seasons on, Carter buys a brewery. Season 15, Episode 8, Carter and Tricia, is the one where Carter Pewterschmidt gets played and deserves it. Carter buys the Pawtucket Patriot Brewery, and within about a scene he works out the real value of the purchase, which is that he is now Peter's boss and can make him do things.
I've decided that as your new boss, I'm gonna require you to have a standing desk.
But I look like such an
What Peter overhears next is the actual plan. Carter has ordered the brewery to make its cans out of cheap, toxic, unsafe metal to save money. He isn't cutting a corner on packaging quality. He has decided to poison everybody who drinks the product, and he has decided it is worth it. Peter takes it to Trissa Takanawa.
What should I do with it, Ollie?
Make it news!
Ah, you got a standing desk too?
Sitting's bad!
I know, they don't want to hear it though.
And this is where the episode gets good, because Trissa doesn't run the story. She goes and gets Carter instead, approaching him undercover, and Carter is immediately and completely taken with her, with no idea he is the target of an investigation.
But I ain't talking to you. I thought you were supposed to be doing a news story on Carter, not shacking up with him.
To clear his schedule, Carter has Babs committed to a mental institution. That's the beat. His wife of decades goes into an institution because he has met a reporter he likes, and the episode treats it as a logistics problem.
I love it when a man confesses to manufacturing improprieties.
Oh, yeah? Well, then you're gonna love this.
Tricia gets him on camera, and Carter says it, stating plainly that he ordered toxic cans to save a few dollars. She signs off the expose, tells him she only ever let him think it was real, and leaves.
I don't understand. I thought we were in love.
I only let you think that. I'm sorry, it's time for me to go.
In walks Chris because Chris has been interning for Tricia the entire time.
Hi, Grandpa. I got an internship.
You mean you've been working for Tricia?
Hang on, I gotta get 20 seconds of room tone.
Carter is genuinely destroyed by this. He tells Peter how much he misses her, and then ranks her against the other women he has had Babs committed over, which confirms that this is not the first time. It's a category he has. Tricia's expose gets nominated for a local Emmy, and Tom Tucker announces it on air with a dig-in about the word local.
But first, congratulations to our very own Tricia Takanawa.
That hands Carter his idea, which is that he and Peter will go to the ceremony and humiliate her in front of every reporter in Rhode Island.
There's Tricia.
Sweet. What's our plan?
We put this in her drink.
They cause a distraction, they spike her drink, and then, before she picks it up, they watch Tricia's mother tear into her.
Who take care of me when I'm 121-year-old? Who take care of Irene? No one! No one take care of Irene!
Peter puts it together standing there. Tricia is the way she is because of that woman, and Peter has been treating Tricia as a stand-in for his own mother this whole time. Peter drinks it himself.
You're a weird guy, Griffin.
I don't know. You know, I just been thinking, the way you and me fell so fast for this lady and for no reason?
He is very sorry about that almost immediately, and so is the tuxedo he rented. As for Carter, he was exposed on the local news by name, confessing to poisoning his customers. Nothing happens to him, with no charges, no lawsuit, no fine, and no resignation. He keeps the brewery, and he turns up in later episodes like none of it occurred.
Hey, whatever happened with Grandma?
Yeah, that's what everybody was thinking about, Meg. Trust me, she'll come back if we need her.